Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am making the tutorial for the granny square hexagon hat that you guys been asking for. I'm starting out with a 6mm hook, and I have my favorite stripes yarn from Red Heart. Okay, to begin, you're going to do a magic circle or chain 4. I like chain 4s because sometimes, not all the times, the magic circle can come out. And then you're going to slip stitch back into the first stitch. And I try to kind of keep this tail so I can weave in as I go. You're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to add a double crochet right next to it, okay? So you're going to do 6 of these 2 double crochet clusters, and in between each of them you're going to chain 1. So we'll do it together. The next one, 2 double crochet, chain 1, and of course I have some yarn barf all ready to start. 2 double crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to do that all the way around until you have 6 total. Let me fix this. Once you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 2 double crochet and the chain 1 in between, you do your last chain 1, and then you're going to slip stitch at the top of that 3rd stitch. So if you're used to granny squares and hexagon cardigans, this is familiar with you. So you're going to slip stitch into the 1st and the 2nd one. You want to get back to a middle of the cluster, like so. So in between the 2 clusters. And then you're going to chain 1, 2, 3. That's how you're going to start each row. And then you're going to do another double crochet, okay? You're going to chain 1 and you're going to go right back into that same space. So this is where we're going to increase. Okay, so in each chain 1 space, you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1 in between, find that next chain 1 space, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1. Oops. There you go. And you're going to do that all the way around. In each chain 1 space, you're going to do your increase, which is 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and I'll meet you back at the end. We did all of our increases. We did our chain 1. We're going to slip stitch at the top of that chain 3 space, and then we're going to slip stitch to get back into our chain 1 space right here, the first chain 1 space. So you slip stitch 1, 2, and I would like to pause right here because if you want to change colors, this is where you want to change the colors at. So before you do your chain 3 space, before you pull through that last slip stitch, you would take your color and slip stitch, and then you would do your chain 1, 2, 3. So that's where you would change your colors at. So you would slip stitch, get to the middle, and then on the last slip stitch where the chain 1 space is, you would change your color and then do your chain 3, but we're not changing colors. So the last row was the increase row. So I'm slip stitching to get to the middle. We're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and this row is literally just going to be 3 double crochet clusters in each of the chain 1 spaces. So this is where we do the 3 double crochets. Chain 1, go into the next chain 1 space. We're doing 3 double crochets, your chain 1. We find that next chain 1 space, and then we do our 3 double crochets. Chain 1, and then 3 double crochets. So you're going to do 3 double crochets in each of the chain 1 spaces, making sure that you chain 1 in between all of them. So like that. So in between here, in between here. You're going to do that all the way around. We're at the end of the row. You do your chain 1, and you're going to slip stitch in the top of that chain 3 space. You're going to slip stitch 1, 2, 3 now, because we have to get back to the middle. And then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This is where we're going to increase. So we're going to do our 3 double crochet cluster, well, with chain 3, then 2 double crochets, which will equal a 3 double crochet cluster. We're going to chain 1, and in this one we're going to increase. So we're going to do the the 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and then chain 1. So that is our increase. And we're going to do that every other one. So we're going to do this increase all the way around. The 3 double crochet, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. I'm going to chain 1 in between every one of these. So I just did a 3 double crochet cluster, chain 1. We're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet for the increase, chain 1 in between everything. We're going to do our 3 double crochet cluster, then our chain 1 of course, and then 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. Okay, all the way around. 3, increase, 3, increase, 3, increase. And the increase is the 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. And we're going to go back to them in a row. Meet you there. Note, you should always end this round with a 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So it should always end in an increase. That's how you know you're on the right track. Okay, you chained 1, you slip stitch at the top of that, chain 3 space. So if you don't see now, it's regular, increase, regular, increase. So this row is going to be a regular. So slip stitch to get back into the middle, 1, 2, 3 slip stitches, chain 1, 2, 3, and do your 2 double crochets to equal a 3 double crochet cluster. And you're just going to chain 1 and do your 3 double crochets in each of that chain 1 space. So make sure you get in between the middle there where that decrease, where that increase is. Never go too fast and you can't catch the yarn. There we go. And then make sure you chain 1 in between each of your clusters. I will show you what this looks like. So we're just doing chain 1, 3 double crochets in each of the chain 1 spaces from the previous row. So this is what it looks like. In each of the previous rows, you're doing your 3 double crochet clusters in each. All right, meet you back around at the beginning. Back at the beginning, we are chaining 1, slip stitching at the top of your chain 3 space, slip stitch 1, 2, 3. Okay, and as you guessed it, this is our last increase row. Okay, so chain 1, 2, 3. You're gonna do your 2 double crochets to get you a 3 double crochet cluster. You're gonna chain 1. We're gonna do another cluster. So we're gonna do 3 of these clusters, our regular 3 double crochet clusters. Okay. Then we're going to do our increase, which is 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. Then for the next set, we're going to do 4. So we're alternating between 3 of the 3 double crochet clusters and 4 of the 3 double crochet clusters before the increase. So I'm going to do this entire row with you. Sometimes when I explain things, it doesn't come out the way I want it to, so we're going to use the visual to help us as well. So we did 1, 2, 3, and increase 1, 2, 3, 4. Our increase, which is the 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and we're going to do the 3 double crochet clusters, 2, and this is the 3rd one. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, 2, 3, increase, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and then we're going to do, you guessed it, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you should end with an increase. Right? And then we're back at the chain 1 slip stitch. I find that this one gives me a more rounded, kind of baggy shape for the kind of way that I like my hats, because I have a lot of hair. So once again, we did 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, increase, and it gets us back to the beginning. Okay, guys, it's very simple from here on out. All you have to do is, this is your repeat row from here until the end of the hat. So we're going to slip stitch 1, 2, 3 to get back in the middle. We're going to do our chain 3, and we're just going to do our 2 double crochets to make our cluster, chain 1, and we're just doing our 3 double crochet cluster, chain 1, all the way around. So we're doing that every single row until you get the desired length. That is how easy this hat is, okay? Oops, don't forget to do your increase space. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, you're doing this every row. 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, all the way around. You're going to go back, you're going to slip stitch, you're going to slip stitch, slip stitch, slip stitch. It's hard to say. Your 3 double crochet, I'm sorry, your chain 3, your cluster, and you're just going to do that all the way around. I typically do 12 rows. That's how I like it. If you want your hat a little baggy, you can do 14 rows, and I'll show you what that looks like. This one was 14 rows. This is our Shigo hat, and this is our 12 row hat. So see, you can definitely see the size difference of the 2 rows. And then I will post pictures of me wearing it to see a little bit of bagginess to it. And if you want to do 16 rows for even baggier hat, go right ahead. But for this tutorial, we are going to do 12 rows, and I will see you back at the end of that. Now we have reached the fun part. We have did all 12 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're at row number 12. Hence the decrease. You can decrease so many different ways. So keep in mind too, this is the inside and this is the outside. So it's gonna get flipped on the outside. I'm gonna start at the last chain 1 and we're going to slip stitch into that chain 3 space. Now we don't have to slip stitch to get to the middle because we are not doing any more chain 3. So we are going to chain 1. Now, you can decrease any way you like. You can do it with single crochets, half double crochets, double crochets. They all give you different looks. So let me show you. If you want more of a beanie style, like closed cap and not a baggy one, you can do 2 different things. You could nix that last row of increase where you do the 3 increase, 4 increase. You can nix that and it will give you a more closed in kind of tighter look, right? Or at the bottom, instead of doing half double crochet, decrease, half double crochet, decrease, you literally decrease all the way around. And I also chose a smaller hook. So if you're working with a 6mm hook, you can do anywhere between 5 or 4mm hook to make it smaller when you do the decrease. This is a double crochet decrease. So if you want to do this particular pattern, because like I said, I've done my hats all different, what you're going to do is you're going to chain 3. You're going to do a front post, double crochet, back post, double crochet, front post, double crochet, back post, double crochet. You do that all the way around, and then you're just going to do all your front posts and all your back posts on top of each other. And that's how you get this more like scully cap look, okay? For this tutorial, it's going to be more of a loose beanie type. So you're going to do a half double crochet, you're going to decrease, and then a half double crochet. And the decrease is yarn over, go in through, pull up. You have 3. And you're just going to go right into the next one, pull up, you have 4, and you're going to pull through all 4. And then you're just going to do a regular half double crochet. I have seen people do it a different way, but this is the way I do it. So you're going to yarn over, go in, you have 3, yarn over, pull up again, you have 4, and you're decreasing, okay? So every other one is going to be a half double crochet, decrease. And this is going to bring the project in more gradually than bringing it all together. Now, if you want, like I said, if you want more of a beanie style, you are going to do just decreases. Oh, I'm sorry, I said that wrong earlier. If you want the beanie style, you're just going to decrease all the way around. You should end with a half double crochet in that chain 1 space. If you don't, that's okay. If you end up with a decrease, that's fine too. And then you're going to slip stitch back at that one in the beginning. So it's going to look like that. This is where it gets fun. So you can always go back around with another decrease of the half double crochet, decrease. But if you want more of a textured pattern, you're going to chain 1, you're going to half double crochet, and then you're going to do what I like to call a half double crochet front post decrease. Yes. So you're going to go into that post, and then you're going to go onto the top, and you're going to decrease. And then the next one is just going to be a half double crochet, and then you're going to go into the front post, yarn over, go into the top post, yarn over, pull through all 4. So you're creating a decrease and a front post. So I mean, if you want to even do more, you can do a front post, and then you can actually go into the back and do a back post, but that one's a little bit harder. So we're just going to go right on the top there, and then you're going to do your regular one. So you're going to do this all the way around. You're going to do a front post, half double crochet decrease, and you're going to do a half double crochet all the way until you get back to the front. Okay, I'm getting to the end, so I'm doing my half double crochet decrease, and then I go in here. So I ended on a decrease. If you end on a double crochet, like I said, it's okay. So we're going to slip stitch. So this is the point where you're going to try it on and see how well it fits your head. For some reason, this is too tight. You want to take that row out, and instead of doing decrease, regular decrease, you're going to do 2 regular, 1 decrease. Okay. If it fits just fine, then you're going to do a row of half double crochet all the way around to complete. If you still need it a little bit tighter, you're going to do a row of single crochet all the way around. So I just wanted to give you those 3 options because everybody's head is different. I know this doesn't look like it fits my head, but it fits my head just fine. So I'm actually going to do a row of half double crochet to finish it because I don't want it too tight around my head. I want it to fit over my hair, my bangs, my wig, whatever I decide to do. But like I said, if you need to fix it, those are the 3 options that you can do to either make it looser or tighter, okay? So we're just going to finish for this hat with a row of half double crochet. We're going to slip stitch at the end, and then we're going to cut and weave in, and you are all done. Now, if you like as well, you can also end this with the front post half double crochet. So you would do the double crochet where the double crochet is and the front post where the front post is, if you want more of that like ribbed look, okay? Like I said, I always make these tutorials with different options because I don't do the same thing twice. So I want to give you the option to do it as well. So if you wanted to end it with a half double crochet and then you just front post where the front posts are, half double crochet, and you just front post where the front posts are, and that gives you a different look as well. See? I decided to do the front post half double crochet all the way around. I will note too that if you do that front post again, it is going to make it a little bit tighter. Oops. So keep that in mind, but you can always fix it. So I ended with a regular double crochet, and then I'm going to slip stitch, and we're going to cut our yarn. I like to, I noticed that the yarn split right there. Let me fix that really quickly. Slip stitch to join. And I like to pull it through. And I do a knot for mine. And then I pull through again. And I do a knot. I do that a few times to really keep my hat secure. Then you want to go to the top and pull that tightly. And like I said, I like to do my knots. And then I'll end up cutting that. And your hat is complete, and I will show you what it looks like on.